Hi there Poke fans, I am your humble host Fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. As you see, today we are continuing our journey in the tundra, but I have changed my badges area to reflect a different kind of motion, or to actually reflect motion as was intended in the game from the start. That was quite a difficult thing to accomplish. Anyway, let's continue on this mission over here. Okay, obviously I have to switch out my Pokemon because I have a bad matchup. And I think for this, Earth Power might do quite well, especially against Heliolisk. Klinklang might be a levitating Pokemon, so I don't think it would do very much against that. In the previous episode, where my Weezing got taken out by Earth Power, it is because this Weezing doesn't have levitated, but it has neutralizing gas, as you saw over there. I wonder if that means that it slides along the ground, because it obviously looks like it's levitating. But what it does mean is that it is affected by ground type attacks. And if I sound a little bit different today, it is because I am a bit sick, but I have to get this episode out to keep on schedule, even though my viewership has gone down dramatically. It could be because my quality has gone down, but I think there is something in the background going on. Just my opinion. If any of you are watching, what is your opinion on that? Also, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and sharing it with your friends. Why did that Klinklang attack Venusaur and not Weezing, since Weezing is the fairy type in this situation? And Earth Power does take out Klinklang. Does it mean that Earth Power can affect levitating Pokemon, or is it just that Klinklang didn't have Levitate? Do Klinklang have Levitate to start with? Okay, now I should take out this Noivern like that with my Play Rough. So I was actually planning to do whatever I just did, sacrificing Venusaur a little bit to take on the two that I couldn't actually deal with my Drapion. And my leftovers brings me up to full health again with my Weezing. The battle isn't over yet. Togedemaru. Okay, Play Rough will not work against Togedemaru. Sludge Bomb will also not really do very much, because Togedemaru is a electric and a steel type. Why can't I protect someone else with my Protect? I've always wondered that. Protect only protects yourself, but in a double battle it should be able to protect your ally instead. It goes for a Zip Zap, and this time it is a good thing I protected myself instead, because it attacked by Weezing, and it was a good idea to attack Weezing, except that it should have used a steel type attack and not an electric type attack. Now I don't know if I ever told you this, I think I told you in the beginning of the game, but having Protect on a poison type is a good idea. Either Protect or Substitute or any of those moves that give your Pokemon time to waste. Makes it that for one turn or more the opponent cannot attack you. And then if you have a guaranteed poison on your opponent, that is also very good. The two of those in conjunction is an awesome combination, which I have opted not to use because it is also a drag to watch. Okay, now let's see what is on the other side of this gate over here. And here we find the new location, just through this tundra over here. And did any of you see this Corvusquire flying over there? And we've made it to Winden, through the tundra over here. Where did Hop come from? He wasn't with me through this whole battle, or through this whole journey. How are we entering the city at the same time? Okay, so there is the stadium that everything is going to take place in. And they have a statue to Corvusquire, or whatever the final evolution of that Pokemon is. Corviknight, I think. And as always, feel free to pause the video at any moment if you want to read the dialogue. I always miss reading it because I'm so used to not reading it that at the times that I did actually read it to find out what I had to do, I missed that and I end up not reading it aloud for you guys. Now what is that little gate there for? It's just to prevent you from going onto the grass. It's quite silly. Okay, so we are just doing a little bit of exploring over here. Maybe just checking out what we can find over here. Okay, there's another Pokemon Center over here. Okay, so what are we going to do over here? We're going to buy some TMs. Let's see if we can find anything useful. Drain Punch will be quite nice, especially for my Toxicroak. Fire Punch will not do at the moment. Okay, so who are these people? Okay, so these are just... Oh, these are all the attacks I have. Obviously, I want to teach my Pokemon Draining Punch immediately. There's a dive. Rock Slide. Breaking Sweep. Drain Punch, yes. Toxicroak, you're gonna learn Draining Punch. It's a much better attack than Revenge, in my opinion. And it has the advantage of being able to attack first without any penalties if I outspeed. There we go. I have another Draining Punch if I need it. Rock Slide. I think someone does need Rock Slide, by the way, but I decided against it. Now let's see what else we can find in this town. And obviously I've decided that I still want to check out my bag a bit. Earthquake, that's a useful attack. Okay, Drapion, you can use Earthquake. Okay, which attack should we forget? I think in this case Toxic is our weakest attack, even though that gives us the guaranteed poison. Toxicroak does Drapion doesn't have another utility move that would make Toxic more useful. But I've decided to get rid of Night Slash, which is quite a stupid thing because it needs a dark type attack. Okay, so that gives Toxicroak another attack to use if I decide which one to put it into. I think Matslap is the one that has to go away. Yeah, that works quite well. Okay, Salazzle, let's check you out. Do I have any better attacks for Salazzle to use? Okay, these are just items. Ah, rare candies. Obviously I need it for them because I need to level them up to the same level. I could have just given it 3 at a time. Why go for 1 at a time, I don't know. Okay, now you get to level 52 as well. And I still haven't learned that I can do it 3 at a time. Or 2 at a time at that stage. This time I can... this time I do 2 at a time. And the same for Salazzle over here. 2 at a time, not 50. And there we go. Wants to learn Venom Drench. Again with the Venom Drench. Venom Drench doesn't do very much for me. It's subject to other attacks. If I remember correctly, of course. That blackout you saw over there was when the game bombed out again. So I just restarted it right over there. Luckily I do have some save areas that I do often. Shall we try the challenge already? Winden Stadium. Ah, there's Hop over there. Ah, here's Marnie. Hi Marnie. Are you going to show me your stuff again? I'm fairly sure that this stadium does have a room for us. There's lifts over there, by the way. Hi Hop. Ah, Orbital. Ah, Bob is standing in the way, so I was struggling to get to this guy, but on the other hand, he does serve as a stopper if I approach from the other side, so that I'm perfectly in front of this guy. Which is actually quite cool. Okay, so what are we doing now? So we can just sit here. It's a perfect safe area over here. You can sit on the couch over there or on the bench and save the game and do whatever you have to do, and then you can go on when you are ready. So this is the team I'm taking into this semi-finals. And as you may have noticed, or you already know, because I am not the first guy to play this game online, is that we are going to have to fight all of the gym leaders all over again, because they are the participants that... Oh, but first it's Marnie. I forgot about that. I have to fight Marnie first. Okay Marnie, remember what's on the line. If I win, you give me your V card. Yes, I know that face, and you know what's at stake. And if you win, it's all over for me. This is going to be nice. I don't think I'm going to do a Gigantamax just yet. I'm just going to go with the X-Scissor, I think. That should work quite nicely. Even though it's not stab attack for me. Liepard is not the best Pokemon that exists, so it is quite weak to bug type attacks. I think the Fox in this game is in the same situation. And of course my Fairy type is my next Pokemon I'm using, as it is immune to Dark type attacks. Morpeko. This is our ace, I think. Play rough should be sufficient. It goes for a Torment. And I'm actually just switching out because of the Torment that is inflicted on me all the time, to get rid of that status condition. Should I do Drapion? Okay, let's just do Drapion in any case. And this is actually why the Nuzlockers hate switch mode, which I'm playing on, because it helps you stay ahead of the curve. Okay, I'm going for Earth Power. I'm at the disadvantage this time, but somehow I managed to come out on top. If that Toxicroak used Hop or whatever that is called, that bouncing attack, or Bounce, if it used Bounce, then I would have been unable to attack it. I don't know if it would have done anything to me, or at least not very much. Scrafty again. It has a 4-time weakness to Fairy type attacks. If I had a Psychic type, like a Galarian Slowbro, then I would have used that against that Toxicroak of Marnie's. Marnie has quite a good developed team, a well developed team I should say, even if she's going to be a Dark type trainer. She just needs something to deal with Bug type attacks, like a Drapion, if she's going to stay with the theme. Or a Houndoom would be quite well suited for this situation. Grimmsnarl, on the other hand, is also a good Pokemon to use, I think. don't think it's very good against bug types, but it does give a lot of utility. Because Marnie goes for the Gigantamax instead. Does that mean that when Marnie takes over the gym, the dog type gym, that she is going to introduce the Gigantamax into the gym, whereas her brother kept it out? Yeah, that did quite a lot of damage. I'm going to need to probably Gigantamax myself and use a poison type attack. What is that? So I'm sacrificing Drapion over here, since my whole team can actually deal with this Grimmsnarl. I did the Toxic first. Okay, that takes care of Grimmsnarl. It does take out my Drapion, but Grimmsnarl will immediately faint as well. Unless Marnie has a potion to use. And there, Grimmsnarl faints. And there we go. Unfortunately, Drapion doesn't gain any experience. Yes, Marnie, you know what's happening. I'll meet you up in the rooms later on tonight. It's at the end of this episode. You're swaying your hips quite nicely for me. Hop. Okay. So Hop goes into Battle East fight over there. It's nice that they give us a little TV to watch the game on. That guy had quite a lot to say. Okay, all of my Pokemon are fully healed. Nice. This is quite different to the previous games, where the whole thing was a challenge in endurance, or was an endurance challenge, to put it differently. Is it because this is the semi-finals? Yeah, I think I should bring in this guy again. And Drapion, I think you should stay on the side this time. But I have to level up Toxtricity again to the same level as the rest of the team. So where is my rare candies? Anyway, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.